We're going to have you rolling on the floor laughing today, then abracadabra, magic before your eyes, and see what happens when hemp and fashion combine. Front Row Center begins right now. Another exciting episode of Front Row Center. I'm Nakaya Berry.
And I'm Randy Fainrich.
When I think Vegas, I think luxury hotels, gambling, and entertainment.
Not healthiness, I'm sure, isn't one that comes to mind. Well, it's time to change that. Mandy Massa has more from a marathon that prefers to be known as the happiest 5K on the planet. Take a look.
3, 2, 1,
The streets of downtown Las Vegas were painted blue, orange, pink, and yellow when the Color Run took over for the 5th straight year.
The Color Run, it's a 5-kilometer untimed event where you start out the race wearing all white, and then each kilometer of the race you get doused with colors.
Known as the happiest 5K on the planet, the original paint race celebrates healthiness, happiness, and individuality.
This is our year of our bucket list. We had made a list of things we wanted to do, and this is one of them.
The Color Run hosts more than 300 events in over 50 countries, and they'll be debuting a brand new twist in Las Vegas this year.
Because we're the first and the largest in the country, what we have to do is we have to keep innovating, and this year we're introducing our new tour. It's called the Shine Tour, and so we have an official sparkle zone where you'll get glitter and sparkle thrown on you.
Less about your 10-minute mile and more about having the time of your life. More than half of participants are first-time 5K runners.
And I figure the only way to figure out what all the hype around these 5Ks is to run it myself. This is my first one. Here we go.
Whether walking, running, or dancing, it was near impossible to find anyone without a smile.
I really like that I could just walk through it with all my friends and have fun and get doused in color.
Runners were doused with a new color at every kilometer marker.
As you can see, people are dancing, people are having a great time, and it's just amazing knowing that you can impact somebody's life like that.
And it all led up to the grand finale, a final color and an outrageous finish fest.
The very end, the partying was the best. It was a lot of fun to dance. The DJ was really, really good.
I mean, it was raining glitter. What more could a girl ask for?
Running and reporting for Front Row Center, I'm Mandy Massa.
I'm here with comedian Brent Mukai. Welcome to the show. So you perform professionally at an improv show called Just Serendipity. Tell me about that, and how's it performing with them?
It's awesome. It's an improv comedy show, which I feel like a lot of people don't know what that is. It means we make it all up on the spot. We play a bunch of games. We do a little singing type of stuff too. We do a whole bunch of just whatever, based on the audience suggestion, we cater it towards them. And with Just Serendipity, which is the group I'm with, we've been lucky to perform at Planet Hollywood, Paris, the Palms. We've been all over the city. We even have a high school league that we teach, and every Saturday you can come check out the shows while the league is still in session. But yeah. Okay,
it sounds a lot of fun. Congrats to that. And I hear you have jokes for today.
Yeah, I do stand-up as well in my spare time. I actually am running an open mic over at the Baja Grill, and our college campus team is kind of going to do a show on Wednesday nights. My show is on Tuesdays. Theirs is going to be on Wednesdays starting on March 24th.
Okay, well, I'm ready to laugh. I'm sure everyone else watching is ready too, so get to it.
Okay, cool. So I'm just going to say right now, first off, that it sucks being Asian because nobody wants to date you. Right? Am I right? Like in terms of America, at least, that's true. There's a list of who women want to date in America, right? And we all know the list. It goes black guys, white guys, Mexican guys, fat lesbians, and then Asians. I'm basically right above horse on the list, right? And I can't blame women. No woman's at the bar ever oh my God, Breffany. That's a name, okay? Breffany. Look at that hot guy over there. No, not the dark, handsome one. The one on his laptop. Yes, with the Hello Kitty stickers on it. Ooh, I bet you he's making an app right now. I look like a nerd. Basically, I look like a giant nerd. I look like if you punch me too hard, Pokemon cards are gonna come flying out of me. right? Like, why would you do that? Oh, is that a shiny though? I'm gonna keep that right there. Okay. Like, and I can't blame people because, like, you know, like black people, they marched to change how people viewed them. Asian people never did anything like that. The last time, like, black people had a 1 million man march, right? To change how people viewed them. The last time 1 million Asians lined up anywhere to march, it was to GameStop when they released the PlayStation 4. For real. And have you ever noticed, like, the whole culture is just weird. It's a little strange. The culture itself, like, I was walking in Chinatown the other day. I mean, like, obviously, right? And, like, I went to a place that said Asian Fusion, and I was like, this sounds like a great restaurant. This sounds like a place I could get into. I don't know what it's fused with, but let's see. So I walk inside. Apparently in Chinatown, what Asian Fusion means is that on one side of the menu, it's Chinese food, and then on the other side of the menu, it's Chinese food, but with spaghetti at the bottom. That's just noodles in a different sauce, okay? You're not fooling anybody, Chinese people. Ancient Chinese secret, my butt, okay? Seriously. Like, and the worst part is when I go down there, everybody just wants to speak Asian to me. And I realize that Asian isn't a language, but like, I don't understand it either. Like, look at me, my name is Brent, okay? I don't speak a word of that. It all sounds like the same thing to me. It sounds like a bunch of wind chimes and cat noises, right? Just a bunch of you'll never watch a Jackie Chan movie the same way again. Thank you. I hope that was better than the karate magician you had on before me. That was a great setup.
Well,
Thank you
I'm
for that.
impressed. You made me laugh. It's hard to get me to laugh, but
I'm glad.
you lightened up
Okay.
my day. How does it feel to use comedy as a vehicle to change people's emotions for the better?
You know what? When I was a kid growing up, I had kind of a rougher childhood. My parents went through a divorce, so it was a very tough time for me. But I always remember going on TV and watching shows like Whose Line Is It Anyway? I used to love Everybody Loves Raymond for whatever reason. I just loved comedy shows, and it brightened up my day. And to be able to return that, I feel like I'm changing people's lives, even just for that little amount of time that they see me, even for that 5 minutes. I feel like I'm changing somebody's life.
Well, that's great. You not only do comedy, but you produce and you write as well. Tell me about that.
I'm actually, we're actually shooting a short film right now called No Knock. I had to come over here and get permission for like 2 hours to leave, and then I'm going back.
Well,
and,
thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so Somnian Productions is the name of the company?
Yes, that's the name of the company. I write a lot of the films, and then my roommate Alberto Triana is the director of a lot of my movies. We actually just shot a horror film called Emma, and we're going to be releasing that soon as part of an anthology of horror films.
Okay, well, look out for that. Thanks for being on. And next, we have a magical performance just around the corner, so don't disappear.
No one chooses to get breast cancer. The only choice we have is how we will deal with it.
We were lucky. Before we were ever treated for breast cancer, we planned for life after breast cancer. We made the choice
that breast cancer would not take something away from us.
Unfortunately, not every woman knows her choices. And for the sake of all women across America, that has to change. And you can help make it happen. The American Society of Plastic Surgeons is supporting a bill that will help make sure women who are facing breast cancer surgery are told about all their options. It's called the Breast Cancer Patient Education Act.
Every woman has a right to plan for life after breast cancer.
But too many breast cancer patients are being left in the dark.
Help us bring this important issue to light. Call your member of Congress and ask them to support the Breast Cancer Patient Education Act.
In 1977, an 8-year-old boy picked up the game of golf from his father. The odds of that same boy then making it to the US and European Pro Golf Tours, 1 in 7 million. The odds of the Big Easy winning the US Open twice, 1 in 1.2 billion. The odds of him having a child diagnosed with autism, 1 in 88. Ernie Els encourages you to learn the signs of autism.
I was finally able to check out the new bookstore downtown for a monthly event where literature lights up the stage. Check it out.
The window's been shut People don't think literature when they think Vegas. And that isn't necessarily true. We have a great writing program at UNLV.
And that is the Master Fine Arts program. It accepts about 5 people a year from around the world to practice writing, one of the top 50 MFA programs in the nation.
Vegas has this really great burgeoning art scene, and we want to be part of it. We want to help force that along.
5 years ago, the program created Neon Lit, a reading series event every last Friday of the month during the school year, giving students and alumni a chance to share their work with the community.
Call 5 times a day. The city.
And I really like it because it's all done by the students. It's not really affiliated with UNLV. We started it, we run it, and we put it all together.
The readers carried the audience along with fiction or poetry through laughs and heartfelt emotions.
It was very beautiful. There were some points where I felt like I wanted to cry, and somewhere I rejoiced with the reader, and it was nice. It made me feel like there was a connection.
That didn't stop me from being nervous, but the crowd was absolutely supportive. That changed everything for me.
February was the first month in their new home, the Writer's Block, a bookstore downtown.
I like it now. It's really cozy and homey. I mean, there's like this nice lighting in there, and there's this cool little rugs, and I don't know, it feels like you're in a living room.
Neon Lit was built to entertain people and to make them think.
Reporting for Front Row Center, I'm Nakia Berry.
The allure and illusion of Las Vegas make it a perfect destination for magicians who have performed for many decades from all over the world. Tommy Wind is no exception, but before he joins us in studio, here's a bit from his show on the Las Vegas Strip, Tommy Wind, Magic, Music, and Martial Arts.
guys have been amazing. Thank you so much. Good night.
That was incredible, man.
Thank you so much.
For being here.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Absolutely. So, Tommy, talk about this. Why magic as a kid? What got you into magic?
Well, I started out with magic. My grandfather showed me my very first trick when I was just about 7 years old. Showed me how to make a handkerchief disappear. Thought it was the coolest thing. Went out, got a magic set, and worked my way up all the way from there.
Now, you're pretty young to have your own show on the Las Vegas Strip. I mean, how hard, what was the time you had to put into to magic in order to get here?
Well, I had to put in countless hours, but it doesn't just come from the hard work that I have done to get to this point. It also comes with an amazing crew, very hard work from my family, and a lot of help from God, too. If I didn't have all those things, I wouldn't be where I am today.
Now, as I said, you are really young to be doing this. How do you get over the stage fright? How did you, I'm sure now it just is easy as day, but how did you get over that in the beginning?
Well, at the very beginning, you see, I was sort of born into a family that was performers. My father had his own orchestra in New York. My mother was a Broadway dancer. So I was born into a performance family. So I really never had those butterflies or that stage fright. I just always felt a yearning to be on stage.
Now, we have a ton of good shows in Las Vegas. There's the Cirque shows, and there's also magic shows, you know, Copperfield, and you know, you have Burton and Blaine and all these guys that come in, Chris Angel. What makes you different? What makes your show unique to Las Vegas?
Well, the first thing I want to say is those guys are all wonderful, and they're friends of mine, and I talk to them on a regular basis, and if you get a chance to go see their shows, go see them because they're great. What makes me a little bit different is that I add the music and the martial arts in as well, too. So when you come see the show, you're not just seeing magic, you're seeing me play a bunch of different instruments and also do martial arts in the show. I just saw there was a little bit of martial arts in that last routine just there.
Now, how did you get into martial arts, and at what point did you decide to tie in martial arts with magic? Because that's kind of an interesting concept.
Sure. Well, when I was a kid, you see, what happened was I wanted to go and watch the martial arts films that were coming out in the theaters, and after seeing some of the martial arts films, I wanted to learn martial arts, and when I did, I was performing magic at the same time, so I sort of combined both together, and I said it would be a pretty cool mix, and it worked out to be good.
That's awesome. Tommy, tell everybody at home where they can see your show, tell them your social media, everything like that right here on camera.
You could come see the show at Tommy Wynn's Theater. It's on the Las Vegas Strip. It's a beautiful 21,000 square foot theater with over 600 seats to watch the show. We also turn into Miss Nightclub every weekend, and Miss Nightlife and Lounge, actually. And you could come out and see that. You could find us on TommyWinnsMagic.com, TommyWinnTheater.com, and you could find us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all under Tommy Wins and Tommy Wynn Theater and Miss Nightclub as well, too.
All right, Tommy, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me on the show.
Great performance. We turn our attention now to one magnet school that's going above and beyond for a good cause.
Southwest Career and Technical Academy students held an event to raise funds for 3 Square. 3 Square is an organization dedicated to feeding the hungry.
The hospitality kids go to 3 Square quite often, help them pack bags. They do a lot of community service with them. In the culinary department, feeding people is just a natural outcome of what we do, so it just seemed to be a natural fit.
At the Southwest Career and Technical Academy, students got to showcase their skills while also contributing to a great cause.
This is the Inspire Gala, which is a charity event we're doing for 3 Square organization, which basically we're trying to complete 500 hours of community service. We're trying to raise 500 pounds of food, and we're trying to donate $10,000.
This was the brainchild of my senior class, and this is what they were doing as their capstone project. They decided to adopt 3 Square as a beneficiary of their service learning project.
We've been working on this event since like October, November, and it is the first time we're having the Inspire Gala, but we were planning on making it an annual event.
The night consisted of a fashion show where the fashion students were able to display their creations on the runway.
That's actually the coolest part about the fashion show. It was all designed by the students in the fashion department here at Southwest CTA.
An upscale 3-course meal followed with a silent auction of baskets donated from members of the community.
My job is to make everyone happy, provide a really good service, and hope they enjoy the event.
It's really nice to have a great mix. We have people from the community, people from our school, parents, and people from CCSD, so it's really terrific.
I'm here to support this amazing school and the students in their capstone project, which is a fundraiser for 3 Square, which is another great organization.
The Magnet School program has helped me tremendously. I have met so many different people who have helped me
to get further into my career.
It's so important for students to learn skills, job skills that they can either go out into the workforce for or they can continue their education. Students in the hospitality program here can go on into UNLV programs, which is a nationally recognized program, and get that degree and be able to go into our industry.
As we're fighting against hunger, we're also inspiring teenagers and our peers and the youth to get involved in their community as well. So I think it's important for schools and teenagers in general.
For every dollar that they raise tonight, it represents 3 meals that 3 Square could give to the community.
We have a job to do out here today.
To be a winning team, you have to work like a winning team.
My team depends on me.
And my team is 50,000 strong. Looks like a lot of work's going into this.
This is what it feels like to be part of a team.
A winning team.
The Action Team.
Get in on the action at actionteam.org. Are you in?
I don't think anyone captured my first steps on camera. I was the 5th kid, and by that time, first steps weren't a big deal. I was 16 and driving home with my brother Ben. A distracted driver hit us. Ben died on impact. I had 47 days in a hospital bed for reality to settle in. With a major spinal cord injury, doctors said I would never walk again. But deep down, I knew I would. I prayed that every day. Family, friends, strangers, all started to pray for me to be able to walk again. The progress has been slow, and the victories hard won, but I feel the prayers. Whether you need support in a tragedy or just to make it through a bad day, prayer can make a difference. America, let's come together by believing with each other. For someone to come alongside you and say, I'm going to believe with you, it means a lot.
Welcome back. The Las Vegas Strip is world-renowned for its unique shows that combine fantasy and real life. But what if I told you one of the most outrageously entertaining shows in Las Vegas is performed more locally? Here's Alyssa Stein with more.
Las Vegas locals know better than anyone else where to find the best entertainment in Las Vegas. That's why they have voted Zoe Bowie the Best of Las Vegas Award 4 times.
I thought this was kind of like my version of Disneyland, where most kids my age would want to go see Mickey Mouse. I wanted to come see Wayne Newton, and I did, and I loved Vegas so much that over the years I noticed that many of the shows that I liked and the feeling of Vegas that I used to love kind of disappeared. And so, quite frankly, instead of looking for it, I decided I'm going to create it myself, and so that's why I'm in Vegas. Keep that true essence of that maverick spirit that this city was based on in the first place alive and well.
Chris Phillip, known as Zoe Bowie, has been performing for 31 years and has been catering to locals all over the Strip.
He motivates me to come up and dance on the dance floor. I mean, I usually am the one that's sitting in the back. I'm super shy. I never want to go up and dance. And once he says get out and get on the dance floor, he's saying Uptown Funk You Up by Bruno Mars. It was over.
His high voltage show with his fiancée Lydia Ansel on electric violin and singer Neve Malandra can be seen in the Rocks Lounge inside the Red Rock Hotel and Casino. The trio welcome locals and never charge a cover fee.
The thing that's very important to me, and I've always stood very firm on this, is that we never want to charge people to come to see us. We want to think that this is something where locals especially can come and just have a great time. If you have 20 bucks in your pocket or $2,000, it doesn't matter.
With celebrating 9 years at Red Rock Hotel and Casino, Zoe Bowie doesn't plan on going anywhere anytime soon. For Front Row Center, I'm Alyssa Stein.
We're here with Soon Friedman, owner and founder of Shining Sun, a hemp clothing line. Thanks for being here.
And thanks for having me on the show.
So we were both raised in Las Vegas. We actually went to middle school together.
That's correct.
You're a little stylish in middle school. How and why did you decide to go the fashion route?
Yeah, I actually won Best Dressed in middle school, but I went to the style. I've always been into fashion, and just to do the stylish route, once I realized you can make a lot of profit and capital off of it, and it could be a good career for me, I just wanted to do that.
So it's called Shining Sun. How did you get that name?
I came up with the name Shining Sun just because the sun constantly puts out good energy. It always is shining. Even say it's raining out or something, it's going to be shining elsewhere. It's always shining. And I want you to kind of do that in your own way. Always just shine and promote positive energy, and just always just on a peaceful tip.
So what makes the clothing line unique is that it's made from hemp. What exactly is hemp?
Hemp is actually the fibers coming from the cannabis plant, marijuana. But yeah, it's just the fibers that come within the plant, and you could make a lot of things from the plant.
Why did you decide to go with hemp?
The reason I picked hemp is because it's Earth's most beneficial agricultural crop, and I just wanted to isolate from all the different other things that's inside the street world. There's not a hemp urban brand, so I wanted just to do that. And hemp actually, with the actual fabric of hemp, the colors show up more vibrant and it shrinks less, like as in the material. So
I can see. Let's see some of the items you have.
This is one of some of my best selling T-shirts right here, and this is some tank tops and stuff. What I'm working on right now is my 2015 spring and summer collection, which have a lot of tie-dye stuff on it too, like this stuff. So
I've seen Snoop Dogg walking around with that shirt on before.
Yes, he actually just did a video on this, which is pretty cool. Shout out to Snoop. But yeah, it's pretty good.
So
I can't complain.
So what are the benefits of using hemp instead of cotton?
Hemp versus cotton. It's a whole lot less chemicals producing it. So like the hemp is just a way more natural fabric to be wearing and stuff, and less pesticides with the fields and stuff.
And I see the hat too. Is there anything unique about the hat?
Yeah, the hat is, it's all made out of hemp too. There's not really hats made out of hemp with the snapback and stuff. And it has also just a secret spot too for anything you like.
Okay, I see that little secret area right there.
Mm-hmm.
So where can people see your line and where can they get it from?
They can purchase it right now. It's real exclusive. It's just online at just the web store shiningsun.com, and you could find it in some boutiques and stuff out here probably summer 2015.
Well, it was nice having you on. We'll make sure to look at that line. Thanks for coming.
Appreciate you having me on the show. Thank you.
Thanks. Well, some locals say they feel there's nothing to do in town. Alyssa, prove them wrong.
I'm Alyssa Stein, and here's what's going on in town this week, Las Vegas. Park on Fremont is holding Park Jam presented by Zappos, where you can see professional snowboarders jibbing rails 30 feet above Las Vegas Boulevard. For all of you sports fans, you can check out the Sports Hall of Fame at the Las Vegas Club Hotel and Casino. It is home to one of the world's largest personal collections of sports memorabilia. On Monday, March 9th, swing by the UNLV campus and head to the Marjorie Barrick Museum to see the Yesterday and Today exhibit. The Smith Center is welcoming Momix Alchemia. You can catch this dazzling dance illusion on Tuesday, March 10th. On Wednesday, head down to the Link and step inside the Brooklyn Bowl for Eat, Drink, Rock and Roll Night. You can see how 12 UNLV artists explore ideas and influences from Las Vegas in the Desert exhibit held at the Nevada Humanities Program Gallery at UNLV. With St. Patrick's Day coming up, you can have fun at the St. Patrick's Day Parade and Festival in the Henderson Events Plaza from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. That's all the events going on this week, Las Vegas. Back to you, Randy and Nakaya.
And that's it. 5th show in the books, right? What a great show. What an interesting show for us today, right? The hemp guy and the magician.
I really like the magic up close and personal. When do you ever get to see that?
Yeah, I'm a huge dork when it comes to magic. I get giddy and excited, and I really do. I love magic shows. But the hemp clothing, that was really interesting to me. I've been an advocate to get hemp imported in the United States because it's legal in most states except I think New Jersey and Colorado. And there's just so many things you can do with hemp clothing, like you said, and everything.
It's better than cotton. So would you wear it now?
Absolutely. I wish I could find some hemp clothing. That would be great.
Great.
That would be awesome.
Well, remember, like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at FRCLV and hashtag FRCLV to keep the conversation trending.
Remember our email, frontrowcenterlv@gmail.com, and email us if you have an interesting idea or a concept for our show.
This is Front Row Center, where art and entertainment collide. See you next week, Las Vegas.